This is the Business of Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
Whitney Johnson is our guest today. She's an innovation and disruption theorist, keynote speaker, best-selling author, great books, executive and performance coach. She's got an impressive resume. I'm going to read just a little bit of it because I want to make sure we have time to talk with her today. She's named one of the world's 50 most influential management thinkers by Thinkers 50. She's the author of the best-selling book, Build an A-Team, Harvard Business Press, Financial Times and CEO Read Book of the Month, and the critically acclaimed Disrupt Yourself, Putting the Power of Disruptive Innovation to Work. She also, through writing, speaking, consulting, and coaching, works with top leaders to retain their top talent, to build an A-team, and to help them earn the gold star, be a boss people love. She's also a former award-winning Wall Street analyst, a frequent contributor to the Harvard Business Review, LinkedIn influencer. She has LinkedIn Top Voices, over 1.5 million followers, original cohort of Marshall Goldsmith's 100 Coaches, Top 100 Coaches, co-founder of the 40 over 40 list, recognizing women who are reinventing, disrupting, and making an impact. Whitney, there's more, but I want to take time to talk to you today. So welcome and thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Derek, for having me.
I like to build things, but I don't necessarily, when it comes to the team leading, that becomes a challenge sometimes. What do you suggest for a manager to make sure that they're staying on top of this, or who they're delegating to make sure that what kind of program do you recommend implementing so that you stay on top of this?
Well, I think the first step is just to be aware of it. So once you say to yourself, okay, here's the S-curve, here's what it looks like, here's what I know are what each part of the S-curve, the characteristics of that or the qualities of that for the individual and for the manager. Once you're aware of that, you know where you are in your own S-curve, you're like, okay, here's what I'm going to need to do in order for me to stay maximally engaged. Then the second thing is to just look at your team and plot out where they are on the S-curve. What does this person need? What does this person need, etc. And you'll start to have some ahas of, oh, okay, I've got a person in my sweet spot. What they need me to do is help them focus. Or, oh, that's why this person has been so cranky of late. They're at the top of the S-curve. It doesn't mean they don't like our industry or our company or even me. It's just that they're bored. And so that's a great starting point for you as a manager to be able to calibrate appropriately. The other thing that you can do is one thing you just said that kind of caught my attention about this idea of delegation. Maybe you weren't going here, but I'm going to say it because you brought it up, is for people in the sweet spot, one way that you can stretch them is help them learn how to delegate, because they've got a lot that they could do, and they might be coming to you and saying, well, I don't have time to do this other innovative stuff because I'm doing all this grunt work. Well, one of the things you can have them do is, well, are you learning how to delegate? And the key here is that we oftentimes delegate the stuff that we should not delegate, meaning stuff that we still need to figure out and get a better handle on, but we're trying to ignore it because it makes us feel uncomfortable. And the stuff that we should delegate, which is the easy stuff, it's a little bit, it feels like grunt work, but it's super easy for us. And that's the stuff you should be delegating. And so that's a great way to stretch your people in the sweet spot, is to help them understand when and when not to delegate.
Derek Champagne here. So many exciting things happening in 2019. Join us. Visit DerekChampagne.com.